Let's continue on our series Adventurous Action. If you didn't watch the first parts, check the links in the description. From where we ended when Oh-hee decided to give Dai-so Jumong secrets. Yongpo feels happy and his relationship with Dochi is re-established. Yongpo illuminate Dochi now and on, he will join forces with his sibling Dai-so and eliminate Jumong. Then after he will rival his sibling. Jumong gets back from High-on to city and illuminate the king what he talked about with the Han's governor. The king is extremely glad to hear this. Dai-so and Yongpo are always like that. After the gathering, Dai-so arranges his man Naru to investigate the ironware workshop. While Naru is doing what has been said, but Musong finds him and they have some arguments, after he informs Mo-Pamo. At the point when the blacksmiths are going for some lunch, Naru gets one of them known as Doc Jiu and takes him to Dai-so. He asks the man regarding the present development of the weaponry. Doc Jiu illuminate him they accidentally managed to make a sword that was not inferior compared to a steel sword from Han country. And up till now they have not had the option to duplicate that sort of sword. In the wake of leaving, Dai-so orders his man to keep a nearby watch on Mo-Pamo. He then receives a letter from the Prime Minister informing him they meet at his confidential home after sunset. Jumong meets his mother Lady Yoa. She illuminate him His Highness and Yomilyu knows that the Damui bow is broken. The beneficial thing Jumong told the king he was unable to arrive at the surroundings of Mountain Shijo. But since Yomilyu came all the way and informed Lady Yoa, it proves she knows. And Yomilyu thinks that whoever broke the Damui bow will carry foreboding shadows to Buyo's future. That late night Prime Minister and Dai-so meet. Dai-so inform him Jumong is attempting to find out the secret to pudding steel technique. And assuming he succeeded, that would mean the Crown Prince competition is finished. Prime Minister illuminate him Jumong broke the Damui bow. Dai-so excitedly plans to inform the public about this. Yet Prime Minister inform him after Hamosu's death, His Highness changed a lot, although the Damui bow will be fatal for Jumong. Yet right now they don't know the way in which His Highness will respond, so they should hang tight for the ideal opportunity and use it as a discharge weapon to win the competition. The following day Jumong gets back to Chief Yuntabal's place, and meets his pals and they inform him Byang will be offered to a Han country slave broker. Jumong quickly comes and meet Dochi concerning the issue. Dochi illuminate him he has already sold her. Jumong exhaust and says he knows why Dochi is audacious and who's behind his back, but he has committed a mistake and he will regret it. After Oh-hee comes and requests to see Byang. Dochi illuminate him that he will let him take Byang away and live cheerfully after this mess. Han Dang carries him to a certain stockade. He enters and meet Byang. Yet, Oh-hee feels guilty thus he decide to simply drink. Jumong meets Wotan and illuminate him about Byang and the ongoing circumstances. So since Wotan is intimately familiar with slave shipping lanes, Jumong request that he find out where Buyang went to. Musong and Mo-Pamo comes to Chief Yuntabal's place. As Musong inform him he will end up being the general in the event that Jumong turns into the Crown Prince. Yuntabal's sister Yunchai Ryong inquire as to why they entered their compound with no permission. Mo-Pamo calls her bimbo and she slaps him. Mo-Pamo is killing someone. Jia comes and intervene before the death occurs. Jia illuminates her their guests for business purposes with their trade clan. Again Jia tells Mo-Pamo to ask for her forgiveness. This simply increases his anger and Musong takes him away. Jia illuminates her he's the ironsmith leader in the Buyo Ironware Workshop, and the chief is working on him to make ironware workshop in Gyaru. Jumong with his men in the meeting Musong inform them Naru is keeping an eye on the ironware workshop. Mo-Pamo says perhaps Dai-so sorted out that Jumong is attempting to find the key to the pudding steel strategy. Jumong says no one other than these five is familiar with this. However, on the off chance that they choose to continue spying on them, Jumong recommend they take precaution. Jumong illuminate them he think the pudding steel technique is totally not quite the same as standard iron forging techniques. Mo-Pamo says except if they can draw a smithy straightforwardly from the Han country's ironware workshop, Jumong guarantees them they can. As expected, Oh-hee comes and inform Prince Yongpo. Lady Ye Soya meets the king and inform him she knows Yomilyu and your highness have a few contentions these days. So she propose another high priestess should be appointed. Gimla inquire as to whether there's a priestess sufficiently qualified to replace Yomilyu. She says Priestess Maro Ryang will comprehend and prompt your highness approximately as well. And she suggests to settle this issue for his sake. The king tells her to do as she wish. Palace emissary tells her there will be a major upheaval. She illuminate him she's doing this for Dai-so, compared to Yomilyu. Isn't Priestess Maro Ryang all the more plainly on Dai-so's side, and in the event that she turns into the head of the divination palace, she can influence the people's support in favor of Dai-so. Palace emissary right away brings the conflict between His Highness and Yomilyu in the meeting. so he proposed that they attempt to help His Highness during such a critical point in time. Prime Minister understand the palace emissary is proposing that they remove Yomil out of the divination palace. One minister illuminate them. The High Priestess Yomil has been confided in by individuals since the late king's reign. Lady Ye Soya meets Priestess Maro Ryang and propose she can stay in Buyo's divination royal residence rather than returning to Sekuldo. Every high priestess is given well-trained guards. They inform Yomil Priestess Maro Ryang and others are at Her Majesty's home. Yomil had the spy agent among the Sekuldo priestesses. She informed her from the beginning and the end what Lady Ye Soya is planning. Yomil calls for Chief Yuntabal and he shows up with Sosono. He encouraged her to withdraw from this. On the off chance that she keep on clashing with King Gimwa, she will wind up as the only one getting injured. Yomil reminds Yuntabal when he said he need to be a dealer that buys and sells nations. Yuntabal illuminate her he lied because he wanted her to remember his existence. This man, Yomil inquire as to why the chief in the Gairu having such strong presence in Buyo, is it only for business? Yomil says he can assist him with realize his objectives, so might him want to return the handshake she's contributing. At the point when they are leaving they meet Daiso. This time Daiso inform Yuntabal he have liked Sosono for quite long time. He haven't illuminated his parents yet, so he really wants to hear the chief and Sosono's replies first. And he might want to take Sosono as his wife. Chief Yuntabal is an insightful man, so he say he can't give him any answer now. They return and Chief says he knows Sosono may be confused at this moment, and Daiso appears to be restless, and they need to give him the answer. Sosono illuminate him Prince Daiso has no place in her heart. Chief Yuntabal tells her he would rather not force his perspectives on her decision of a husband, yet whoever she pick is a significant choice that will influence Gairu's fate. That evening Sosono was stranded with a lot of confusion. She comes and meet Jumong that evening, the busy man. She illuminate him Daiso proposed to her, yet in the event that she rejects, she doesn't know what will become of Gairu's fate. She asks Jumong to assist her stand firm. Jumong says he told her that his destiny is to be along with her. So today this numbskull admitted. The following day in the ironware workshop Mo Parmo is educated that following to his guidelines. They combined lime powder and mud as one to apply heat in the furnace, and they made 5 swords by and large. Mo Parmo begin testing these swords, however they all break. He meets Jumong and illuminate him. Woke comes and gets down on them. Marie and Yotbo ask he for what reason he generally heads off to some place, however he simply goes. Marie acknowledge he is concealing something. Wote illuminate Jumong Dochi sold no slave called Buyang, and Dochi seems to be hatching another ploy. That evening Jumong gets Handang and asks him where is Buyang. When he continues to lie Jumong beats him. Handang choose to take him where she's being locked. The guards attack him, however this time he's significant without any jokes. Buyang emerges in the wake of hearing weird noise, yet Handang takes her away. Jumong pursues and beats Handang. He teaches him a lesson and inform him he's taking Buyang, and in the event that they need payments for her Dochi ought to search for him. The 3 comes in and find Buyang. He feels guilty and illuminate them how he sold out his greatness. The group is surprised to hear this. Jumong rather bows in front of them, requests that they forgive him. There are numerous things he might have done during the difficult times they went through binds to save Buyang. He asks he not to go. It was an emotional moment for the group. Handang informed Dochi and we expect his reaction. Dochi says they don't need to stress over he previously betrayed Jumong and he have nothing to do. In the event that Jumong is familiar with reality he will kill him right away. People thinks Prince Jumong is the same as Daiso and Yongpo. That evening he meets Yongpo, yet Jumong is the person who sent him. He illuminate Dai, so he heard Jumong found a significant piece of information to finding the pudding steel strategy. They return, yet Daiso doesn't really accept that still. He arranges Naru to bring the ironware workshop blacksmith. They bring him. He illuminate them. Mo Parmo appears to have tracked down something, however he hasn't told the rest anything. Yotbo asks Jumong for what valid reason he made he tell Daiso and Yongpo that he tracked down a clue to make steel swords. Jumong rather needed to punish the 2 of them for giving he and him trouble. Buyang comes in that second. Jumong inform her he want to discuss about the spot that she and her king going to stay in, and he will be there to pay special attention to her. He moves out that evening with Buyang, yet Handang was spying on them. Chief Yuntabal asks Sosono whether she have decided. Sosono inform him she's going to reject Daiso's proposal of marriage. Yunchai Ryong tells her Prince Daiso won't acknowledge that without any problem. In the royal residence King Gimwa calls his guard, Songju. Is this his name? He tell him to go to Yuntabal's trade group and tell Jumong to get back to the palace. Yongpo meets Daiso and informs him the king is searching for them. The king assembles them in a family conference. He informed them there's no need to be anxious. He's only glad to have all his 3 children and they have a meal. Gimwa says he have been interested about the martial arts techniques levels of the 3 princes. The king conclude they show their abilities in hand-to-hand fighting challenge before him and the officials. Lady Ye Soya is disappointed on the grounds that she doesn't have the foggiest idea about the king's intentions. Yongpo says perhaps this shows up to improve things, in spite of the fact that his abilities can't match Daiso's. Yongpo is certain he can beat Jumong. Daiso advises him that he once said Jumong's hand-to-hand fighting abilities are formidable. Yongpo says formidable compared to last time when he trembled in fear at the mere sight of a knife, and Jumong is only been training for under a year. Daiso encouraged the fool to prepare determinedly from this point until the day of the challenge. The information reach at the Yun Tabal faction and Seong ask Sosono who's probably going to win. Sosono says everybody knows how great Prince Daiso is, she have seen Prince Jumong's abilities with her own eyes. Seong propose they bet, obviously Sosono will bet on Jumong, so Seong bet on Daiso. The training starts and Yongpo is rehearsing with Naru. Daiso decide he have a test with Naru. Daiso has been preparing since he was youthful and is exceptionally talented. Daiso advises Naru to group with Yongpo to challenge him. They attack attempting to challenge him, yet they are no match. Chief General and the Prime Minister were watching. Jumong additionally begins his training. His men comes and recommend he practice with Ohi rather than ghosts. They begin doing combating and Jumong is no longer Ohi's level. That evening Mo Pamo goes through his night making a sword, and the following day he gives it to Jumong. Daiso composes a letter to Sosono and tell Naru to convey it to her. Sosono receives it and goes through it. Daiso invites her and Chief Yuntabal to the martial arts challenge held in the royal residence tomorrow. They move in the palace the following day. Yongpo sees Jumong and illuminate him he won't back off of him since his highness favors him. The first contest is about testing their archery skills. Every one of the imperial subjects have joined in and the people who have been welcomed. Daiso as the senior brother was the first. He shoots his first arrow and hits the center of the red spot. Nobody matches his abilities in Buyo. In the event that it's football, Daiso is Mbappe. He puts all the 4 arrows to the target. Yongpo comes next. He's additionally great yet not as his elder brother, and we shall call him Lukaku. I mean Neymar. He puts the 4 on track but unfortunately misses the last. Jumong comes last and he first estimates the target without the arrow. After Jumong hands the bow to the watchman and ties his eyes, sign of disrespecting his competitors. He begins shooting these arrows as if he's using an automatic gun. The entire crowd didn't believe what they are seeing. Assuming that it's football, let us know in the comment section. Between Messi and Ronaldo is the ideal model. King Gimwa rather sees Hamosu in the image of Jumong. All the arrows hit the target as though they were fighting for a similar spot. Daiso and Yongpo are extremely amazed. Jumong requests that the king pardon him for embarrassing his brothers. Just kidding. Yuntabal expected it, however the prime minister this time affirms Jumong is General Hamosu's child. Palace messenger informed them next is the fighting challenge. Prince Daiso has been known as the most remarkable in competing and swordsmanship, so to be fair for all, the winner from the match between Prince Yongpo and Jumong will then continue to fight with Prince Daiso. Without wasting time they match into the ring, Jumong versus Yongpo. They begin fighting yet Jumong is just defending himself to show Yongpo his no match. This annoys Yongpo and asks Jumong to attack. As they say, if you ask you receive, they continue and Jumong gives him the Brazil kick. Watch this again, this is exceptional expert class. Yongpo wonders how he did that. He comes back once more and Jumong gives him another kick. As I told you in recent videos, his kicking styles are out of this world, and he completes it in a style. Palace emissary declares Prince Daiso and Prince Jumong's will match after lunchtime. Yongpo returns in a lot of disgrace before the family. Useless fellow, Daiso cautioned him not to treat this lightly. Lady Ye Soya tells Daiso to stop blaming his brother. Jumong's skills are astonishing. Jumong meets Sosono during this noon hour. She says in spite of the fact that she have seen him rehearsing, she didn't realize he's so good like this and it's mind-blowing. The lunch didn't take too long and they return to the ring. This time they are using real swords. They begin fighting and their abilities are by all accounts on different levels. Daiso is surprised, but I think he shouldn't. They proceed and this time Jumong is attacking to finish up things without wasting time. It's really a fair battle, however Jumong is more grounded than Daiso, yet as far as swords abilities they are almost the same. King Gimwa decide to end the challenger's draw. He illuminate them. It's difficult to decide who's triumphant here. He orders the tax official to grant each participant 20 rolls of silk. Lady Ye Sawyer is frustrated on the grounds that the king finished the challenge before Daiso got his opportunity and thinks the king did it intentionally. Yongpo says he lost, but Daiso at least. Daiso illuminate him. A tie with Jumong is basically as great as losing to him. Even the authorities were stunned during the challenge. Chief General informed the ministers Jumong shocked him when they were at the Hyeonta city. Presently he shocked him again with his exceptional hand-to-hand fighting. One lets them know Daiso was a prince whom everybody in Buyo believes is undefeatable. Another tells them he's truly astounded to perceive how Jumong have mastered those abilities in short term. Jumong meets his mom and she illuminate him. The queen is attempting to eliminate Yomilyu from the spiritual palace, and delegate Sekuldo priestess Ma O Ryung as the high priestess. Since Yomilyu is wary about allowing Jumong to turn into the crown prince, Lady Yowa suggests they could simply watch her being removed. Yet in the event that priestess Ma O Ryung turns into the head of the spiritual palace, things will deteriorate in light of the fact that she's on Queen's side. Daiso illuminate his man Naru. They head to the Hyeonta city. However, he right off the bat come and meet Sono. He inform her he simply need to have a beverage with her. They bring everything and Daiso asks Sono to pour him a drink. Daiso hoped to be treated as husband simply by proposing. He asked her whether she have made her choice. Sono inform him she can't accept his proposal for marriage, and she as of now have another person in her heart. Daiso asks her whether it's Jumong and she doesn't answer, which is the obvious indicator it's truly him. Jumong is the one the king loves most. Jumong is the same who shoots the bolts while his eyes are shut. Again a similar Jumong has taken Sono's heart. Daiso says he can't accept this, he cannot lose her. Daiso leaves heartbroken. True to form, that second Jumong appears with his men. Jumong generally extends his regard, but Daiso bitterly leaves. He returns and drink out of dissatisfaction and heartbroken. So out of this he goes to the king's chambers without his highness authorization. Gimwa permits him to sit. Daiso illuminate the king Buyo's holy article. The Damui bow is broken, and Jumong is the individual who broke it. The king asks him what valid reason he's telling this to him now, and he dismiss him. He after meet the prime minister and illuminate him everything he has quite recently said to the king. Channon says he encouraged him to stand by. That was rash of Daiso. Daiso continues. Even Jumong found the clue to the pudding steel technique, and presently the authorities have changed their perspectives about him. In Hyeonta city the governor receives the letter from Daiso. He's requesting to know the mystery of making swords. Governor agrees and arranges his man alongside Dong-sun to make a trip to Buya. Lady Ye Sawyer illuminate his sibling. The king gave her entitlement to change the high priestess, yet they need to figure out a way to make it happen. Yongpo hears this and gets an idea. The governor's men comes and they illuminate Dai, so the governor settled on his request, yet on one hint. Daiso needs to wed his daughter. Jumong meets Chief Yuntabal. He says Gyaru Ironware Workshop will utilize Buyo's iron-making methods. The outcome will simply arrive at the norm of white steel, so Jumong propose a coordinated effort with the chief. Yongpo comes and meet Dochi, and orders him to accumulate some warriors with excellent martial arts skills. They assemble the warriors and Yongpo illuminate them they should stay quiet about the present mission, and keep it in their heart a secret forever. After he comes and wait, he tell Dochi to bring Byang and take care of him. Dochi illuminate him. Jumong took her away. Handang says he knows where he took her, so Yongpo orders Handang to accompany him to her. He comes and tells her they will go through the night with her. Marie comes right away and inform Jumong about Byang. He comes and he lets him know Byang has been captured. We shall continue from here the next time. Subscribe to the channel to help it out. Thanks for watching.